Oh, this is the first psychology video, and so strap in for this shit. But this is really kind of like one of the bases of what first got me into trading, and in turn, it also was what got me good at trading. It's what got me good in my business. All of this shit, and that is how to lock in and like work ethic and all that. So first off, you have to like you have to like actually want this shit. Like it can't be something like, oh, I I want to get jacked. Oh, I want to get rich. No, you have to be like, I want to stay up. Fucking, I want to get 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep every day. I want to skip meals. I want to do this. I want to do that to get rich. Like I want to enjoy the process. You have to love the process. You can't just be like, I want all this shit. I don't want to do the work for it though. Like even this shit, bro. Emerald landscaping. One of my like first touches of real money. You have to like the process. Like, and that doesn't mean you have to necessarily like doing that shit, but you have to at least like something about it. You can like doing the work. Like with my business, until I got tired of it, I genuinely liked doing the work. I liked analyzing the shit. I liked doing the infographics, the advertisements, all of that. Um, and then like with the gym and trading, you don't have to even like the work side of it. You can like the process that like the progress you're getting from the process. Like you can you can be like, holy shit, last week I lost $10,000, this week I'm break even, and then a week flash forward, you're like, holy shit, this week I actually made like 2K, I made 5K off doing this shit. Or like in the gym, you can be like, man, that workout wasn't very fun, but holy shit, I've gained 5 pounds bulking this week. Man, I'm looking jacked. Like you have to find at least something to like about the process. Because say you're just like, oh, I'm gonna lock in and become a millionaire. So you're telling me you're gonna stay dedicated to that for thousands of days, not being a millionaire? Just for that one day of becoming a millionaire? No, you're gonna break it up. You're gonna be like, maybe a month in you're like, holy shit. Okay, no, maybe a actually yeah, that's a good example. Maybe a month in trading you're like, holy shit, I'm in the positive. I just made my first 1,000. Then you're like 2 months in, because now that you have it down, you're like, holy shit, I just made 10 grand. A few more months later, holy shit, I made six figures. I'm under 18. How am I doing this shit? I'm not 20, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it's just like an added stepping stone, the millionaire part. You weren't, that was the long term plan. Yeah. That's not the only thing you were looking forward to. And that's kind of another thing. Apologize, I'm clearing my throat like fucking crazy, but you kind of just like, don't just chase this idea of becoming a millionaire. Go on vacations, dude. Like, if you're raking in a few 100,000 a year and like next year you could make even more, bro, go on a few vacations. Go on a nice fucking dinner. Buy a nice car. Buy a nice. Is this the right one? Yeah. Like, buy a nice fucking watch, dude. Like, enjoy the money, bro. Spend the money. Um, because why would you? Why would you just save up to be a millionaire and never spend that shit? That's a big thing, bro. Like, enjoy that shit. Cause at the end of the day, it's opportunity cost. You're sacrificing all of this time in your life to make this big money, which yes, it is worth it, but at least enjoy having the money for the time that you do have off. Like spend your fucking money, bro. Don't just like sacrifice all your time in life for money just to watch the number in your account pile up. Like, yeah, that is fun, and I like doing that. But like give it a purpose, like fucking The way I think of it is I'm putting in time working when other people would be working 9 to 5s so that when I'm off and they're all off, I have better things. That might sound like egotistical or whatever, but it's literally that simple. Like you're spending you're spending all this time trading now, so then in the future you can trade for 4 hours a day, and then the rest of the day, maybe you're in a fucking Beamer, maybe you're in an Audi. I'm more of an American car guy. I'm more of a Mustang, Camaro, Corvette type of guy. Maybe actually I've actually had my eyes on two SUVs because I live in like New York, so it's snowing all the time. So like my fucking sports car, I can only drive when it's like not snowing, which is like half the year or less. But no, I've been looking at this Jeep Cherokee SRT that you can mod to get it like under a 3 second 40, and then this Alfa Romeo SUV, and I think it comes stock sub 3 second 60, which is nice. But no. So that's a big thing. Like, spend the fucking money, make the money. But let's kind of like get a little more on track. So, this locking in type of thing. So, that's the biggest thing. Like I said before, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but you have to find something about the process to enjoy. Whether that's progress that you're avidly making, have made in the past, and are going to make in the future, or if you genuinely like doing it. Like, that's what it was for me, and that's still what it is for me with trading. And that's literally everything I pursue, whether that's football, like I had fun hitting people, getting hit, I had fun lifting, all of that shit. The business, I had fun staying up late in my room, fucking working on my business, calling customers, fucking counting up my money at the end of every week. And then trading, when I got into that, I was literally enjoying like losing sleep because that was my big thing with trading that I make way more using my strategy now, but that was like my first like time being profitable trading was using this like concept of Asia, London sweep Asia. And I was literally staying up. This was over summer, and then once school came, I got even more fucked, but um I was literally staying up till like 5 a.m. every morning to put my trade in and like watch it and shit. And then I was sleeping till like the afternoon and then doing the same shit the next day. And then when school came, it was even worse because I was sleeping from like 3 p.m. till market open. And then whenever I closed my trade out, I would go to sleep for a few hours and then go to school the next day. Um, and that shit was fun to me. Like, I genuinely enjoyed it. I didn't care that I was sleep deprived because I was having fun making this money, doing this shit, watching the charts. Because it's absolutely good to look at something for a money perspective and business perspective, but you also have to be able to, like, have fun with it and enjoy doing it. And a lot of people don't like preaching this concept, but if you're not always like, if you just fall in love with the money and you're just doing something for the money, yeah, you might fall out of it. But if you like the money enough, you can be successful off that. A lot of people fucking hate that idea and hate that ideology and claim, but if you like money enough, you will be passionate about something like this that you can make a fuck ton of money doing because you're passionate about the money. So you're in the same sense you're passionate about what you're doing to get the money. That's not the way I look at it, but that's absolutely a true thing. I'm not gonna lie. So find out what motivates you, what you truly want, whether it's the freedom, um, the money, actually trading if that's fun to you, which it's kind of all three for me. Mainly it's trading is fun for me. Long-term investing, that's fun for me. I'm obsessed with the markets. I like the markets a lot. Even when I was running my business, I was doing long-term positions and shit. First stock I ever purchased, I was like not even 13 yet. I was on a fucking Cash App. It was like a Cash App custodial account. But no, so god damn. Holy shit, bro. But no, that's a big aspect of it is finding what drives you and what's going to keep you coming back every day. And then here's another thing. A lot of people don't like to talk about this, or a lot of people call it corny, but like at a certain point, because like this is probably like right now I'm the best I've ever been at trading, obviously, because I'm getting better every day. But I'm definitely not like the most locked in on it or like the most self-disciplined I've ever been. I would say even more than like holding my thumb so I don't puke when I'm shoveling like protein powder in my mouth and shit. Even more locked in than that stage of my life. I was even more locked in when I was fucking first trading because I was literally like half asleep while I was running my business and shit. And I was disregarding sleep, disregarding nutrition, disregarding food, disregarding water because I was obsessed with trading. Like every time I woke up to hop on market, even though I was only off of 4 hours of sleep, like it didn't even affect me. I didn't have a single thought in my head telling me to stay in bed. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but like you get the point. Like I literally, I was so obsessed and so like self-disciplined with this shit that doubt and like comfort didn't even come to my brain once. Like that's how bad I wanted this shit. Um and that's a big thing. Like if you can get that passionate and that fucking disciplined towards something like this, then you're gonna fucking succeed. And you're gonna do it a lot quicker than most other people. Is that healthy? No, not at all. But is that gonna make you successful as fuck? Hell yeah. And I mean, I was even talking to my dad about this the other day. Say, say I'm losing sleep and shit doing this shit. Would you rather live to 80 years old, fucking working a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life, like a fucking slave, working for someone else, being forced to clock in and out, eating the shit food, living fucking paycheck to paycheck? Or would you rather like cut 10 years off of your life expectancy, so like live to 70, but you're rich your entire fucking life because you fucking embrace these bad habits like sleep deprivation, this and that, skipping meals when you're like in your early 20s because you care about this shit and you're passionate enough to learn this that you're prioritizing it over your health. Like it sounds unhealthy. This honestly might get demonetized for me saying this shit. It might get taken down for me saying this shit. But you got to think: would you rather have one of the most fun lives ever, living for 70 years, or would you rather fucking live like a slave your whole life and live till you're 80? Like think about that shit. So yeah, prioritizing your health, that's important. I won't lie. Like I like having a six pack. I like having muscles and shit. Um, but you got to get your shit together because your 225 pound bench, which I've hit, isn't gonna fucking create generational wealth in your family. It's not. And you gotta understand that. No matter how much BJJ you do, no matter how much boxing you do, no matter how much weight you lift, no matter how much you weigh, no matter how tall you are, that's not gonna create generational wealth. Sitting at your fucking desk for hours on end every day, working on something, or going out and networking, or doing anything to make money, that's gonna fucking set you up for the rest of your life and your entire family. And you gotta realize that shit. But let's get to some smaller things here. So, ice baths, I don't think it does shit for your discipline. I think it's a lie. But what I do think it was useful for, and what I used it for, was waking you the fuck up. Like, when I was trading at 3 a.m., am I gonna be awake? Fuck no. So what was I doing? Literally putting my body into shock by getting in a fucking ice bath, waking myself up so I'm alert for the markets. That's where I think it has a role. Caffeine, whatever. Ooh, it's bad for your heart. Caffeine is fucking crucial. Stimulants, don't do anything fucking crazy, but stimulants will help you being successful because it makes you smarter, it makes you think faster, reaction speed, it makes you a better worker, it fucking, it delays fatigue. So literally, caffeine and other things like that of that nature will make you successful faster. I think if you're using caffeine and shit, if you're just using caffeine and fucking ChatGPT, I think one of the stupidest people on earth could get rich. That's my honest opinion. And I think it really helps. Now it's back to that thing. You're losing 10 years of your life, but you're living a way better life. Like, you have to understand, you have to get your priorities straight. Like, you have to fucking, like, you can fucking live unhealthy, like right now. Um, I'll get back to this, but no, you have to understand that this is the way I think in life. Faith, then after my faith, success. Now, what's success? Fucking making it so my family has generational wealth. Retire my sister, my mom, my dad, get my one fucking teacher, Miss A, who's always nice to me and has been nice to me my entire high school career, believing in me, letting me trade in her class, letting me work on my business last year in her class. I'll get her even like a Mercedes or some shit. But that's what you have to understand. You need to be successful in this life. If you're anything like me, you need to be fucking successful in this life. And then after success, after like financial success and whatever, probably like fitness. Obviously, like you have to fucking hang out with family and do shit like that because that's what makes life worth living. But that's just something you factor in. You just do that naturally. But no. So that was a big thing. What I've had 3 cups of coffee today. And mind you, I am sick, so today I've definitely used more caffeine than I usually would just to get like on market, get these videos pumped out for you, and then do my schoolwork while being sick. But I've had this shit, 3 cups of coffee, and I think I had an energy drink earlier. Is that bad for you? Fuck yeah, it's bad for you. But is that good for your future? If you're actually using it to work? Hell yeah. But the same sense, if you're like just walking into school and you're like fucking drinking an energy drink because it tastes good, like bro, you're really like putting your heart under that stress, that 200 milligrams of caffeine, just because the shit tastes good, then you gotta think. But absolutely, use stimulants, like use caffeine to fucking help you lock in and help you work more productively. Absolutely. I think it's absolutely a worthy trade. And if you're like scared about it, like yeah, you can obviously like stay under 400 milligrams. Like even I try to do that. Does it happen? Definitely not every day. But I mean, that's a big thing. You just gotta identify your goals, fucking work towards them. And then if you want to speed it up a little bit caffeine, um, whatever, this and that. But that's literally all it comes down to is like find out what drives you and then just start pushing towards what drives you. It's literally that simple, bro. Um, and I mean, that's literally what my life is. I fucking wake up, get ready, whatever. Go fucking, like this is what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Hop on market. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. Um, whatever, school, do my schoolwork, get good grades, stay in my teacher's good graces, and then come home. I have like a few hours of business work to do. Then after that, what am I doing? Probably talk to dad a little bit, go to the gym. As soon as I get back from the gym, working on this shit, working on the second business. And that's what you gotta do. You have to dedicate your time. And that's kind of another thing. Like, if you really lock in this mental health shit and all that, it won't have an effect on you at all. I promise you. Like, because that's a lot of the time the problem and what makes mental health stuff pop up is because you have too much time to like think and be in your feelings and shit. Like you just need something to occupy yourself. So, like even if it's an escape from this shit, like use the gym, use trading, even if it's just an escape from like emotions or whatever, use that shit because that's what like having this incredible drive to be successful has granted me. I've never had a mental health issue. Like I've been able to just always focus on this shit. So I haven't had time to focus on any of that. I've always had a nice physique since like the day I was 12. I've had great relationships with people because I'm extroverted, because I have self-confidence through this, the gym, whatever. So I'm not afraid to say hi, network, talk to my local politicians. And then in the same sense, money will come. Like, money's just gonna come, dude, I'm telling you. But that's literally all it is. If you're just productive and you're truly locked in and you really want this shit, you're gonna work for it. That's gonna give you, work ethic, discipline. It's going to make you money. It's going to make you a more confident person, give you better bonds with your loved ones, whether that's family, friends, girlfriend, whatever. You're going to be able to talk to strangers, network, make connections that'll make you even happier, even wealthier, like more successful. And that's literally all it is, bro. Just figure out what drives you, shoot towards that goal, and everything will come. Like, if you, that's the thing. Anyone who's watching this, I don't think any of you will ever have to worry about anything for the rest of your life. All you have to do is find what drives you and work towards that. And if you're doing that for the rest of your life, it's gonna turn out all right, brother. Like, you might be a little confused now, a little worried now, but I have all the faith in the world in you. If you'll just figure out what you want, lock in for it, and I have all the faith in the world for you because it's happened with me. Every time I lock in on something, life gets a lot better in every single aspect, not even that one thing. Everything. But I'll end that on this. Y'all have a good one.